Fairy Tail is one of the funniest anime I've ever seen, and the concept of using a dragon's power to despawn another dragon is so fucking cool. Oh, and I love sky dragon slaying magic. It's my favorite type of magic in the series, since you get offense, defense, and healing as well. And so, I decided to give sky dragon slaying magic to Izuku in the video, What if Deku was a sky dragon slayer? If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like. Now with that said, sit back and enjoy. Our story begins with 4-year-old Izuku going to the quirk doctor. When he gets there, the doctor tells him that he has a quirk called Sky Dragon Slayer. Now, when Izuku learns that, he gets very cocky and he starts flexing on everyone that exists, okay? He is flexing on everyone. He sees people in the street, he tells them about his quirk. He goes back to kindergarten, he flexes on Bakugo. And Bakugo doesn't like that, okay? Bakugo hates that shit. And so Bakugo tells one day Izuku, let's fight to see who has a better quirk. And Izuku says, alright. And Bakugo doesn't stand a single chance against Izuku. Not that because Izuku has like the strongest quirk ever, but because Bakugo back then, he just didn't have a good quirk. He had to actually like train with it for him to get good, basically. Skill issue, basically, yeah. So now, 10 years pass of Izuku just training, full on training his quirk and his body. He's been going to the gym. He's very ripped by now, okay? And he's actually gotten the ability to replicate, I guess, or like he learned or made the techniques or the magic system shitties, the magic things that Wendy does in Fairy Tail, the anime, like Sky Dragon Roar, Sky Dragon Wings, Sky Dragon Claw, and also he's learned how to manipulate like the earth for healing, basically, or he's been able to kind of heal people, basically. And so Izuku is getting cockier by the moment, okay? Like, if 4-year-old Izuku was like cocky as fuck, 14-year-old Izuku is the cockiest motherfucker that ever existed, okay? And because people got like bored of or annoyed by Izuku's temper and like his attitude towards them, he kinda like lowers it down quite a bit, but he's still fucking cocky, at least in the inside of himself, okay? Outside, he doesn't really show that he's that cocky, but he kinda is as well. Okay, so let's begin with the actual events of the story. Now, this day where Izuku is supposed to be like attacked by the sludge villain, he will still be going the exact same route that he goes in the original, but this time he's obviously has a quirk and he's strong as shit. And so when the sludge villain pops out, he looks at him and he says, "Damn, you're disgusting." And he doesn't even like look at him like properly. He just like goes at in like looks at his direction, generally like his direction, and just shoots a fucking giant amount of air towards him. And bro like scatters into a million pieces basically. When suddenly, after Izuku did that, All Might pops out, and he asks Izuku, "Wait, did you just defeat the villain?" And Izuku says, "Oh yeah, I kinda did. He was disgusting as fuck, so I had to destroy him." And All Might is like, "Damn, boy, you just defeated a villain just like that? It's like not that common." And Izuku says, yeah, I know. Obviously, All Might did not say that exactly, but just this exaggeration of what he actually said, okay? Yeah. All Might says, I guess I'll see you on UA? And Izuku says, yeah, I'm gonna go to UA. And so Izuku goes home basically and just starts getting ready for the UA entrance exam. He actually like starts studying a little bit, but because he's like, I'm better than everyone basically, he kind of doesn't give a fuck about studying, and like the first hour that he tries to study, he just quits after the first hour basically. So the day of the UA entrance exam arrives, and Izuku is quite ready and quite confident that he's going to pass with flying colors. And so he just starts flying to UA instead of walking or taking the bus or anything. He literally starts flying by just manipulating the air and just flying himself, like letting himself like fly through the air basically with my air manipulation. I said that twice. I just realized, what the fuck do I always do that? Yeah. Anyways, he arrives there, and this time he does not trip, because if he does trip, he's just gonna help himself with air to just not trip. So this time he doesn't meet Uraraka in the entrance of UA, and so he just goes in. He does the written portion of the exam, and then he gets to where President Mike is explaining about the robots and shit, and he sees that there is a giant robot, the 0 pointer. He says, I wanna beat the shit out of it. I wanna kill it. I wanna destroy it right now. Give it to me right now. I wanna show you that I'm better than you. And like he's like getting kinda fucking chaotic inside, and he wants to just flex on the motherfuckers again, because he hasn't really been doing that a lot. But now that there are like new people to flex on, basically he's gonna go full all in, bro. He's gonna be the best, bro. Basically he's gonna be flexing on them, is what I'm trying to say, okay? And so he goes to where he's supposed to get to do the test and shit, the entrance exam, and he just doesn't even wait for President Mike to say like they should just go and shit. And so before even the test starts, he just flies over the gate, and the President Mike like shouts them, "What the fuck are you doing?" And Izuku says, "Wait, like we're supposed to help as a test, and like we have to actually wait. The fuck is this?" And President Mike says, "I guess." And everyone like just like they open the door and shit, and then everyone just fucking runs like through the door, and Zuko like just starts destroying robots, okay? He doesn't let any amount of fucking robot exist near him, okay? He just starts like cutting through robots like they were fucking butter, okay? He just hates robots, okay? He just fucking hates robots. I actually should have fixed my mic earlier, but yeah. This should, I think, sound better than before. Because I just got a new mic and shit, and I don't know how the fuck it works. I'm just the first time fucking testing it. So yeah, I hope you like the new quality. It should be way better than before. So yeah, he just starts destroying robots like left and right and forward and backwards in time, okay? He just starts like obliterating them. And when suddenly he hears the 0 pointer, and he understands the 0 pointer because it was too fucking big to be any from any other pointer robots, yeah, because he almost defeated every single one of them. No, like I would say he like defeated like 20 to 30%, so like a third of them. So he knows how the fuck they sound and shit, because like sound is kind of like moved via fucking air as well, so he's very good at like hearing shit, because that's basically his shit. The air and the sky are his shit, okay? And so Izuku just looks back, and it's the 0 pointer, yeah? He's happy as fuck right now, because he's gonna just show them how fucking strong he is. And he just like looks back, he sees there is a girl trapped on the rubble, and he says, do I save her, do I not save her? Like he's like contemplating saving her or not, and he says, fuck it, I'm gonna save her. And he flies up to her, he like cuts the rubble to like a million pieces, so much that it's like fucking sand basically, and he picks her up with his air manipulation, because he gets like full on air manipulation by now. He would have been so cocky that he wanted to actually train his power basically. There's like a point of cockiness, or like you thinking you're better than the people, that you just don't even train your shit. But there is the level of cockiness of Izuku where I'm so good, I have to stay good basically. So yeah, he is able to manipulate air very fucking well, okay? And so he helps Uraraka, but he sees she's injured, and so he says, let me try my healing magic on her, because he calls it magic because the doctor like told him as well that he has kind of an energy that lets him manipulate the air, and maybe he could do other things with it. And so he thought like air is kind of a little bit peaceful and a little bit not, so why not just be able to heal as well as destroy? And so he somehow like sort of just using his magic, his like quirk basically, in ways of that a normal person would have not thought of doing, okay? He just learned to heal people and animals by just like imagining them being like healed, and also just learning about how like humans heal somewhat. Not a lot, but somewhat. Because like the more you know, the better you gonna do something. Yeah, but the more you know a skill, the better you're gonna be able to do that skill. So yeah, Izuku heals Uraraka and he goes up to the 0 pointer and just like does the Goku shit, Goku versus King Piccolo. He just like takes. Let me just put a picture in your mind, okay? He creates a giant fist, a closed fist of like air, and just punches it through the 0 pointer. Basically, he just punches the fist through the 0 pointer. I feel like that should be a good enough explanation for you to understand what I was talking about. Like that's basically what I was trying to explain. Sometimes I just don't know what the fuck to say, honestly. But yeah, let's continue the story. He obviously passes. He just leaves the area, but flying obviously with his air, and he thinks he goes home and he thinks I really need to find a better way of flying because he likes the way that he flies, but it's kind of a little bit annoying because he needs to concentrate a lot more than if he had something else that was easier to do. And so he thinks, and I'm not sure if that's possible in the Fairy Tail anime. I'm gonna take some artistic liberties here. I'm gonna like make him have some extra things that might not exist in the anime or the manga, so just bear with me, okay? He thinks, what is my quirk even called? It's called Sky Dragon Slayer. So what do dragon slayers do? They slay dragons. And what is a dragon, or what does a dragon have? He has wings, so why not just be able, since he is able to control air and also heal people, why not just be able to create wings for himself, like a bit of a transformation? And so for the next week, as he's waiting for the results of the fucking entrance exam, or like who passed and shit, of which he 100% knows he won, like he got number 1 place. He starts experimenting and he just starts like researching flying dinosaurs, and also like how dragons in fiction work, or like how like the how they work basically, or how they fly. And also he gets like a huge interest of the dragon hero. Let me find her name, I forgot it. Dragon hero Ryukyu, I think it is, because I just searched up via the fucking My Hero Academia wiki. But yeah, he gets a huge interest of like her powers and shit. But yeah, he literally just starts like how did basically Izuku originally just kept watching when he was like 4 or something, that same video over and over and over again. But in this timeline, Izuku, or I guess right now, he's going to be studying her fights basically, or how she uses her quirk so that he can better his quirk basically. And so he like gets the idea of just trying to imitate her fighting style basically, of which is obviously not gonna be able to replicate in 1 week, but he can like get some progress in. And what I mean by replicate her like fighting style is just like fighting more like a dragon, because I just recently watched manhwa recap of a dragon being isekai'd into a human's body and shit, and bro's fighting like a monster for real, on all fours, and the sword is in his mouth. So I'm thinking I can do something similar for Izuku, but like he gets into like a fighting stance that's like solely made by him for himself, and he's like the only one that actually knows it. And he's gonna be like fucking kinda a bit OP but a bit not, because like he's gonna be unpredictable is what I'm trying to say, because people just don't think that you're gonna go on all fours and just fight people when you don't look like an animal basically, or you don't have like a transformation and or a fucking mutation quirk. Now Izuku, in that 1 week that he had before he got the acceptance letter, he kind of got some progress into gaining some kind of dragon wings so that he can fly. But what I mean by that is he was able to manipulate air into turning into some kind of wings that are connected to him. but they're not that stable, and they don't look like they look like nothing. They're transparent. It's fucking air. What did you think? So Izuku just says, "Nah, that's not like good enough. That's not good enough." Okay, and so Izuku literally just says, "Pocket, I'ma just learn a different way." And so next day he gets the fucking what the fuck is it called? The acceptance letter. He opens it, and then All Might pops out, and he says, "Young Midoriya, you've passed." With flying colors, obviously. I'm not gonna do any more of the All Might voice. I hate doing it. But yeah, All Might explains to him that he was very heroic back there, and that he helped a maybe future classmate of his, of a danger. He defeated a whole lot of robots, and so Izuku got, let's say, 177 points. He got 100 points of killing robots, and 77 points for saving Uraraka. And so next day Izuku is going to UA, and he's trying to use his wings that he learned doing, but just doesn't fucking do anything. He doesn't fly correctly, because it's not really anything different than air manipulation. So he just flies normally, I guess. He's quite pissed at himself for not being able to do that. And so he arrives at school, and he walks in, and he sees Bakugo there, and he walks up to Bakugo. He says, "Yo, lil bro, what's up? What's up, weak fuck? Why you here? I didn't know think you could make it here. What did you pay for this shit, bro? You paid them? That's crazy." And Bakugo gets completely fed up with Izuku, and just starts he fucking stands up and straight up punches Izuku with explosions. Basically, he explodes Izuku's face, but doesn't really do anything to Izuku because he has very high durability, and he can heal. So yeah, he doesn't even flinch at all, Izuku. And the moment Bakugo does that, Izuku's about to throw a fucking insane punch at Bakugo's face that would have fucking knocked him out completely. But Bakugo is saved by Aizawa walking into the classroom and saying, "We'll put these on and meet me outside." And so yeah, everyone does that. They put their gym clothes on, and they meet Aizawa outside. That's how he told them to do. Yeah, he asks Izuku to throw the ball as far as he can, and Izuku says, "You really want me to do that?" And Aizawa says, "Yeah, why would I not want you to do that? If I told you to, you just do that." And Izuku tells him, "Oh no, it's fine." And so he takes the ball, and bro is the fucking human representation of the sky. How the fuck is he gonna get a lower number than I don't even know what? And so bro just throws the ball, and he manipulates the air so that it literally goes around the earth at the speed of sound, or near the speed of sound, because yeah, it goes near the speed of sound. So it takes some time, obviously, but after the ball lands, Izuku manipulates it to land, okay? Because he can just keep it up. He can keep it anywhere as long as he wants, really. He seems somehow to have a near infinite amount of energy. Not really. He just has a fucking enormous amount of energy. Kind of like Gojo. It doesn't Gojo just have a huge amount of it and not an infinite amount? Yeah, he's basically got the fucking Gojo reserves of mana. So yeah, Izuku gets number 2 place because Uraraka just gets number 1 because of Infinity at this test, obviously. And then for the other ones, Izuku is fucking buff, okay? He's fucking strong, fucking fast, and fucking everything. And so bro literally is the GOAT and gets a number 1 at every single one of the tests. And because she is so useless to the story, this time Hagakure is going to be removed from the school. Basically, she's gonna be expelled. And so the next day, everyone hears someone laughing and going through a door and saying, "I am here, walking through a door like a normal person." and it's All Might. Every single one of the people in that class is hyped basically. Everyone is hyped as fuck, including Izuku, but he's like less hyped because he thinks he's better than All Might, but he still like loves All Might and shit. And so he opens the cabinets where like their costumes are, and Izuku, as you saw in the thumbnail, and thanks to Toby for making the art, he has very similar to even the same clothes or costume that Natsu has, because he's cool as fuck. And so they basically changed to their clothes and the costume, their hero costumes, and everyone says that Izuku's is kind of a little bit lackluster, like a little bit too little, but he just tells them that he's basically the human incarnation of the wind, okay, and so he doesn't need too many clothes. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying, okay. But yeah, that's the canon reason why Izuku is wearing those clothes. But yeah, they start like picking lots of who's gonna fight with who and with who, I guess. Like who's their teammates and who's their villains, I guess. I don't know, opponents. And this time is gonna be the exact same that it would be in the original of Izuku and Uraraka in the hero team, and Ida and Bakugo in the villain team. And this time Izuku feels like way closer to Uraraka, because she can like defy gravity, which is kind of what Izuku is able to do with his air. And so he kind of gets like a little bit of a crush on Uraraka, and so does Uraraka, but like subconsciously really, because she hasn't really talked to Izuku after he helped her. Yeah, I got it completely wrong. He helped her basically, like where Izuku helped her like against the fucking zero pointer. But yeah, I digress. Yeah, they begin the training with the heroes versus villains training. And Izuku tells her, let's do something unique. And I'm literally coming up with this on this word, and I don't even know what the fuck it is, okay? So Izuku, ignore half of what I say, okay? I'm just dumb. So Izuku literally tells her, make yourself lighter with your quirk, and then I'm going to repel you, or like shoot you with my air manipulation up to the last floor, because Bro can literally hear their like voices of them talking, because he has giant amounts of fucking hearing, or like good hearing, and he's like able to manipulate the air so that he can hear the noises basically that they make, or anything really. So yeah, he knows where they are, so he tells Uraraka to lighten herself with her quirk, and then he's gonna shoot her up to them, and he will follow her afterwards basically. And so she does that, and Izuku gets ready to shoot Uraraka, and he tells her, get ready, because like it's coming, just like be prepared and shit. And so she's sad, and she's screaming because bro shot her like giant amounts of speed, okay, like very high speeds basically. So yeah, they by they I mean Ida and Bakugo, they don't even realize that she's there. She's just there at the one point. They hear that loud noise of the glass breaking, and somehow Uraraka did not get injured by that, okay? Because I don't want to injure her like right now. So yeah, or anyone really. No, not at least not right now. Later people gonna get injured, okay? So yeah, Izuku afterwards follows her up there, and they start fighting Ida and Bakugo versus Izuku, and Ida versus Ochako Uraraka. Yeah. Now, Izuku versus Bakugo doesn't really go anything, like nothing special really happens, except that Bakugo tries again and again and again to like damage Izuku, but nothing really happens, because Izuku just creates kind of a semi good fucking defense shield over his body with like air, because he can do that. And also if one of his attacks is like strong enough to like break that barrier, he just deflects it or like moves it to a different direction because air is strong as fuck. And so Bakugo just can't do really anything. And Ida versus Uraraka doesn't go that special. I guess kind of does. Uraraka like touches Ida, and he starts floating, and he can't really move. And the Uraraka like walks up to the bomb, like runs up to the bomb, and touches it, and so they win. Before Bakugo died from Izuku's punches and shit. So yeah, that was the end of part 1. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like. And with that said, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, Just OM, out.